Asian FX.
Asian FX. This is Shivi on Asian FX Radio, and I'm chatting to Yashraj Mehra, the 20-year-old rapping sensation from India, who's currently features on Rishi Rich's latest track, Kanipattu. Now, Yashraj is young, he's exciting, and he's absolutely killing it on the Desi hip-hop scene right now. So we're going to get straight into this. Hi, Yashraj, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Is this kind of what you've been doing recently? Lots of interviews, lots of promo work for the new song?
Yeah, a little bit, you can say so. I'm trying to get used to all of this, slow and steady.
Yeah. It's quite new, isn't it? It's quite overwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah, truly.
Let's get straight into it. Let's talk about the song Kanipattu. Now, it's with Rishi Rich. You've collaborated with Rishi Rich.
Yes.
And I've heard that you're a massive fan of Rishi Rich as well. So
Yeah.
how did this collaboration come about?
So the thing is, as you mentioned, I still am a huge fan of Rishi Rich. I used to blast his music in school. Back in school days, I used to always have all of his songs with Jay Sean, Juggy D on my playlist. And I used to constantly blast them at every party I went to, every time I went out with my friends, and all of those times. When I met Ayushman, the person who's managing me, he had this instrumental. And when he played it, right off the bat, I was so inspired to write something on it. And he didn't tell me who it was by. So when I found out it was by Rishi Rich, my mind blew, and I think that was like a dream collaboration which I never thought I could have. So yeah, that was incredible.
So it was almost like just fate. It just kind of just happened organically, and here you are.
Yeah.
What does Kanipattu actually mean?
So basically, Kanipattu, it's in Telugu. It's inspired from the language Telugu, which means to wait or to expect. So I think most of us right now, we're really anxious about when, we're all going through such tough times all over the world. And I think we're all waiting to just go out and get back to a normalcy or whatever normalcy was for us. So I think that's when the entire idea came from, to just wait and to expect that whatever's going to happen is going to happen for the best. So yeah.
Nice. And the video is so awesome for the track. Now, it's fully animated.
Yes.
What was your inspiration behind it? Who came up with the concept and who did the artwork for it?
It's by this guy called Hariom Verma. It's his Instagram and Lazy Om. He had done one of my projects earlier, the first EP which I put out. He was the one who animated the artwork. So I knew right off the bat that he was the right person, I could trust in to give him an idea, and he could grow on it and do wonders on that. So he was the first person who came in my mind, and as soon as he heard the song, he got so excited. He was so pumped. So he said, I'm not doing it like a client, I'm not doing it like an animator, I'm doing it like my own work, because I really like the song. So there was passion from all the sides, right from production to writing to the animation, and the product is what you see.
This really does sound like it is truly a project of passion for everyone involved.
True.
And it feels like it's the right moment. You've talked about the spirit of Mumbai is evoked through this song.
Yeah.
The spirit of India, I should say, actually. Is that what you're kind of going for, trying to get people through this time and put out music that's kind of inspiring, a bit different, a bit edgy?
Yeah, exactly as you said it. And the thing is, the Mumbaikar spirit is something people all over India actually look up to, because everything in Mumbai and a city is so fast paced, and how everything here is so cutthroat in terms of competition, and how tough we've been all raised up. So I think it's really an inspiration for everyone to just hang in there. I know that this pace is really slow for us Mumbaikars and all the people living in these big cities. So it's just about staying calm, being patient. But when we come out, that's when this song will blast, and that's when the entire passion will lose out to do what we have to do.
I love that. Now, of course, everybody knows the film Gully Boy because it was huge all over the world. And it kind of introduced the world to this Desi hip-hop scene coming from India. But it's been going for years. It's been there for absolutely ages.
Right.
So I want to know, how do you see the future of the hip-hop and rap scene coming out of India? How do you see the future of it?
I think the future is definitely very, very, very bright. I feel that there are so many artists, such young artists, probably younger than me, who are putting out full-length albums and who are really confident with what they do, which is really amazing to see. And it's just how we find a way to sustain and The only thing is, a lot of people out here still feel that it's going to be a trend, or people are going to rap for some time and then probably quit doing that. But I think some of the people, like probably me, are really passionate about it, and we are here to make a statement that this is not a trend. This is something which we love doing, and this is going to legitimately stay for a long, long time. So that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, good. And how did you discover the world of hip hop yourself? Like, how did you come onto the scene, and how did you discover your own talent and love for it?
So basically, I used to write a lot in school. I used to write a lot of poetry, prose. I always had hip hop on my playlist. So earlier, I used to just write in English, and I realized that it wasn't as close to me as probably writing in my own language would be. So that's what I did. I just started penning down some poetry, starting rapping on beats, and I think that's how the world of hip hop was introduced to me. But like the concept of hip hop was introduced to me because I used to dance a lot, and I was introduced to hip hop because of dancing. So that was a major influence, and that's what got me into it.
Amazing. And what do your parents think, and what do your family and your friends think of your career in music, I should say?
My parents are still trying to get used to this genre called hip hop. Like, I still remember the first time I played my mom one of my tracks. She was like, okay, that's really great. She was dancing to the beat and everything. But then she told me, okay, now wait and read it to me slowly, because the pace was very fast to her. That's something my entire family, right from my grandparents to my parents, they're trying to really embrace that their child is doing something called rapping in hip hop. So that's what they're slowly trying to do. My friends are the reason why I'm so passionate about hip hop, because just going with drives with them, we had like Jay-Z, Kendrick tracks blasting in the car, and they know that there is a bar that is set really high, and that's what they motivate me to put out better and better music and never settle for whatever I'm doing.
Absolutely. And do you feel that Indian rappers are judged to like a higher standard because everyone expects Hindi music or Indian music to be either Bhangra or Bollywood? So do you think that when you try and break onto the rap scene that they expect so much more from you?
Yeah, there's definitely expectation, but I think the one thing about hip hop is, and the one thing that I feel like hip hop changed, is we get to say whatever we want to in our tracks. Like, that's the freedom we have, that's the liberty we have. Hip hop has always been about being a rebel, being different, and I think that's what people are slowly trying to embrace with like Gully Boy, definitely, and with all of these big rappers, with the Delhi scene emerging a lot, with people like Divine representing Bombay. It's been fantastic, and it's just, cementing the fact that hip hop is a legitimate, it's a voice in all of these commercial music.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, you've also worked and you've kind of been friends with a lot of the young artists on the scene, artists like Zayden, artists like Lost Stories as well. Do you see yourselves as like this new generation of musicians who are making waves across the world from India? Like, you're showing the world that India's not just about Bollywood. We have so much more. Is that how you kind of see yourselves?
At least we're trying to do that, and I'm so glad to have all of these people around me, because it really opens your mind to like not sticking to just one thing, because you tend to usually get lost when you're just doing your thing for such a long time. You don't open your mind to other genres and how you can take these other elements. So Lost Stories being so great in electronic music, you will see that influence on all of our music. Even if you check Zayden's work out, you'll always see that Lost Stories influence, because we've listened to so much. If you listen to Zayden, you'll see a lot of pop influence, because he forces us to listen to all of these new pop releases so that we start working on our melodies. So all of these things just constantly keeps us on our toes. I think music is a process which is best done in a collaborative manner, and that's how you honestly and truly grow. So there's so much to learn from everybody, and I think that's what we see ourselves just doing it, having fun with it, and doing it to the best quality we can.
Absolutely. And you're also so young, so there's probably so much more to give, right?
Yeah, true.
So, what's next in terms of your music? Or maybe you'll go back to dancing. What can your fans expect from you?
Not really. I don't think I'm in the shape to actually go back to dancing, but I don't think I have that physical fitness to actually do that. But I have quite a few singles, and probably another project, a tiny EP or a mixtape with Lost Stories coming soon. So yeah, that's going to be exciting.
So there's big things to expect in the future. How can people keep up to date with what you're doing? What are your social media handles?
So I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, but I don't really use Twitter. I'm really scared of Twitter, so that's why I don't touch that. It's Yashraj NT, that's my Instagram handle, and Yashraj Mehra is I'm on Facebook. So do follow me on Spotify, and just keep on streaming my music. That's all.
It's been such a pleasure to talk to you, Yashraj, and I wish you all the best with your upcoming projects as well.
Thank you so much.
And we're absolutely loving your song. I'm sure we'll be playing it all the time right here on Asian FX.
Means the world. Thank you so much.
This is Asian FX.